Greetings and welcome to this week's edition of 401k Real Talk. This is Fred Barstein, contributing editor for wealthmanagement.com's RPA Edge. I read all of the industry stories and pick out the 5 most important and interesting ones, providing open, honest, and candid discussion you will not get anywhere else. So let's get real. As the war for talent still rages, although there are some signs it may be letting up just a slight bit, we're seeing more seniors or people 65 and over come into the workforce, probably because of higher inflation, higher wages, the availability of the vaccine, making them feel safer, and more flexible work environments. Magnifying Money by Lending Tree analyzed the Census Bureau survey comparing April-May of 2020 to this year and showed that 3% more of the seniors are working, but also 2% more are retiring. So in 2020, almost 20% of seniors were working compared to 22% this year, and 15% retired 2 years ago versus 17.4% this year. Seniors are more likely, 3 times more likely, to be self-employed than, for example, 25 to 39-year-olds. New Jersey, interestingly, saw the largest jump with 37% of their seniors back to work versus 18.1% 2 years ago, and only 5 states saw a dip. Seniors can be valuable assets to the ecosystem, but retirement plans will have to adjust by offering more capital preservation funds and retirement income solutions, as well as different types of wellness. And though a recency bias can make us think that this war for talent will never end, like all things, this will change. Second story is with the alarming increase in account takeovers. LIMRA has partnered with tech and AI firm Verix to offer fraud protection tools to record keepers, insurance carriers, and annuity providers. A recent LIMRA study showed a 35% increase in takeover incidences that are starting to target larger firms, and advisor impersonation increases. LIMRA has previously launched Fraud Share to combat these takeovers. Cybersecurity issues are not going away, and likely hackers will be targeting smaller advisory firms and plan sponsors who have less protection, which is why the DOL recently announced very helpful guidance. Third story is after suing the DOL, alleging overreach and over-aggressiveness in their recent cryptocurrency guidance, For Us All, a fintech record keeper, laid out the pros and cons for plan sponsors offering digital assets to their workers. 60% of people, especially younger workers, according to For Us All, want crypto in their plan, and 49% of all millennials hold it. For Us All claims that offering crypto will help with recruiting, increase participation, and decrease turnover rate. And the lack of knowledge and volatility of the assets are obvious concerns. For Us All limits crypto holdings to 5% of participants' holdings and offers guidance and education. This is another issue that's unlikely to go away, as digital assets heralded by Fidelity in 401k plans and held by many people are only growing, as is the concern that the DOL is stepping out of their traditional role to solicit comments and offer guidance versus taking such a strong stance. Fourth story is Jason Roberts and Pete Swisher, who partnered to form GPS to leverage the PAP and group market, announced their first PAP with July Business Services as the record keeper and GPS as the pooled plan provider. Roberts is a well-known industry attorney, and Swisher has made a name for himself as a group plan expert. This is GPS's first PEP after founding the firm 18 months ago, and notably, they do not provide 338 services, allowing advisors to pick their own advisor, allowing plan sponsors to pick their own advisor. Aimed at the startup and the small market, we're starting to see PEPs be picked up by mid and larger firms that are looking to limit liability and outsource administrative work, which raises the question is, will PEPs be the next target for litigation? And finally, as wealth, retirement, and benefits converge at work, RPA aggregators seem to be in the best position to move the industry forward. In my recent column recapping the 5th annual RPA aggregator roundtable and think tank, now part of wealth management, the top firms gathered to discuss their biggest opportunities and challenges, as well as ways to collaborate. This segment now has $2.6 trillion, or almost 2/3 of the advisor-sold DC market, and is growing faster than any other segment. They are ready and eager to help plan sponsors not just manage their plan, but also to become a critical recruiting and retention tool by helping workers save for retirement, as well as tackle other important financial issues. The second part of my column, which will come out this week, talks about how RPA aggregators think they can collaborate with each other, as well as with record keepers, investment companies, and wealth tech firms. So those are the 5 most interesting and important stories from the past week. Let me know if I missed anything or if you have any comments. I also listed 5 stories I thought were worth reading. Otherwise, I look forward to talking to you next week on 401k Real Talk.